Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Cal Golden Bears. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Florida State head coach pregame. He told me this is a big challenge for them just from a time zone standpoint. He's trying to do a lot of research with his sports information and sports performance coaches to make sure their team is prepared and ready to fight this east to west time zone travel. We'll see if they're able to perform well here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. There's the dangerous Deuce Robinson. They'll be looking to him, and he'll probably be keeping an eye on the other side in this great matchup of wideouts. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass, it's Sperry. The sure hands, it's Lopez.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Still on his feet at the 45. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. So the Cal Bears offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we put the focus on Ian Strong. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Songa Bolatelli trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Out wide right, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. It's complete to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Get the big-time receiver. Involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Finds a spot in the middle. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Tough run here. It's Croma. Hard running there. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeps it on the bootleg. Stepping to the right. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
Motion from the back. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Pushes for the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the quick grab. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Sangabolotelli. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's strong. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
On the play. 3rd down coming up.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. JKS. Trying to burn this defensive back. Upstairs to make the catch. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Golden Bears. He got it, beat down in bounds.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And that is exactly what you want to get accomplished coming out of your own end zone, man. You don't want to hold on that ball too long. Get rid of it. Throw it to your running back. Nice job getting north and south, getting some positive yards, and getting out of the shadow of your own end zone.
Rid of it on the RPO. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught, it's Riles. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Left side, it's Riles. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Knowles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the gun, the ground game. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one. Got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Lopez. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Deep in the end zone, it's Adams. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Jaron Chiave Songopolatelli. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sangopolitelli. That's caught. It's strong. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. The Golden Bears, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Throwing, Sangopolitelli. Firing to the right, complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Sangopolitelli from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Fourth down, Sangopolitelli throws for the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. To throw, it's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. Holds on, it's Lopez. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Chroma. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 2nd and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Out wide left, it's Chroma. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets rid of it. Caught! Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with New Mexico, taking on the number 14 team, the Virginia Cavaliers.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half, their defense has got to step up big time. They have been struggling at times throughout this season, but right now is a huge moment. With the lead, they have an opportunity on this kickoff to come down and make a big statement. I'll keep you posted on if the defense is able to step up in this huge moment. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Line getting set on second down. JKS. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on third down, Songa Bolatelli. He wants to go deep. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Ferry. Left side, it's Robinson. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Tight end now in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Second down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because
he's got it, first down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Turns up, it's Robinson. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Seminoles are facing 3rd and inches. Running inside, it's Lopez. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Chroma. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Noles! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Sangapolatelli on the play action. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Hauls it in with one hand. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Noles look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to squeak through the pile. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. To the air. It's Sperry. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped right there. They throw. Over to the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Number 36, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They go play action with Sangapolitelli. Heaves it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Long way to go on second down. Jaron Kiave Sangapolitelli. Right side, it's Thomas. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Sangapolitelli looking for the score. Touchdown, Cal. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll run the screen. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Hits inside. It's Chroma. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Berry. Gets rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback keep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That one interception and the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Good, strong tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it.
Open field on the right. Inside. Touchdown, Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he makes the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The run inside. It's Chroma. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Season alley. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Cal uses its second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Cal will use its final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll move the tight end. On the option. Touchdown, Florida State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Grabbed in the middle. It's strong. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
He got just enough to move the sticks, and that'll set him up with a 1st down after the 2-minute timeout. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
Runs through a man, and he might have space. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time,
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Golden Bears headed quickly to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Sangapolatelli from the gun on 3rd down. Slings it downfield. Out wide left, it's Thomas. Off and running. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Going to the running game. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. all business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but all